Well, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to question every one of them. Whether they've been beat by 55 points or not, I think is irrelevant personally. I mean, we lost the game, whether we lost by 1 or 70. It is what it is, and you have to move on from it. You know, our goal right now is to get our kids healthy. We still have surgeries to go, and so we're going to make sure that we get our kids healthy, and we do everything we can to get them back as good as possible, and we're going to work on the weaknesses of the players that we have coming back. And, you know, it's a fresh start. It's an opportunity for them all to get better.
Just from a big picture, you've used the word resiliency all year with this team, and it was quite the accomplishment to just be here. What can you say about them with all the injuries that fought to got to this stage?
Right. Well, you know, we were a little behind that, behind anyway, and we only had 13 players on the roster to begin the season, and, you know, some kids transferred late, and so we were a little behind. But then when the kids that we had and we were going to count on to play substantial minutes start going down one after another, it's an issue. But, you know, I told the kids after the game, they're not going to remember your record from this year. You know, they may or may not remember this game, but what they're going to remember about you is that your character and your resilience and your willingness to do whatever it took to at least get us to this tournament. I mean, this is an experience that we needed these kids to be in. We want to make them as uncomfortable as possible every single day until we can get comfortable with who we are.
Laci, the 4 young women that Coach was just talking about were constantly on the sidelines talking the players up, talking the team up. How important is it to see the 4 of them kind of work through and talk with the team with each time out, kind of coach it almost in certain instances?
It's good. I mean, we're taught to just lift each other up all the time. So, I mean, that's just what we're doing, or what they were doing.
Ashley, Coach talked all year about next man up. Came out, had 10 points tonight, led the team. Talk about just your mindset coming in and trying to help out the team.
My goal was just to come in and be aggressive and just help us in any way I could. And with all the injuries and stuff, you just got to be ready to play.
You mentioned worst shooting performance of the year. At shoot-around, did you get any sense that might be the case? Is it this arena, or was it just shots went falling?
I didn't get a sense of anything at the shoot-around. You got about 20 minutes, so you don't get really a sense of much. But, you know, just a situation in which we had open looks and we had layups and we didn't make them. And against teams like this, you cannot leave anything on the table. And we just, you know, one of our Achilles heels all year long is we didn't make shots. I mean, our shooting percentages was way worse than they were last year, individually and as a team. I mean, it's something that we're going to have to look at going forward. And hopefully that, you know, with the mix of old and new next year, we'll be able to do a better job being more efficient scoring the basketball.
Coach, as far as trying to defend Chelsea and Maddie in some of their post play, you guys kind of sunk in and tried to take that away. But when UC Martin hits 9 of 18 from 3, how tough does that make it for your team to defend a team like that?
Well, you have to pick your poison. And, I mean, when you look at their stats, and Maddie and Chelsea score like 45 of their 71 points. So when you're already behind, knowing going in, you do whatever you can to try to stop them. And the first 4, I guess to the first media timeout, things went pretty well. I mean, we got them to take shots, but we didn't rebound the basketball. They put it back in. And, again, you know, 2 or 3 those shots go in the beginning of the game could make the difference. But, you know, just wasn't meant to be today. They're a very good basketball team. They are way better than us in every position. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Our kids know that. We got a lot of work to do.
Does that work start right now? I mean, I know you got to get everybody home.
I think we got to give them 2 weeks off, something like that. I don't know what the rule is for sure, but we got spring break coming up and stuff like that. We're going to have some individual meetings and determine, you know, where we're going to go from here, and they'll have some time off. But, you know, main thing we got to do is when we go back, it's going to be a lot of individual work, because until our surgeries and recuperation's over, there's definitely not going to be 5-on-5 at any time soon.
The last part of it is 24 turnovers today, Laci 34 points-off turnovers. What did they do defensively to get both of those?
They're just long and athletic, and, you know, our main ball handler's sitting on the bench. So, I mean, that's a difficult situation. You know, we turned Alexis Burpo into a point guard best we could all season, but, I mean, eventually, you know, they started face guarding her, so other people had to step up and handle the basketball, and we didn't do a great job of that. One of our goals every game is to keep points off turnovers and second chance under 30. They had 27 at halftime. So I think that's pretty indicative of how the game went.